Seriously though, there has to be a warehouse filled to the brim with animatronic Arnold Schwarzenegger heads. I mean, it seems like every movie the dude's in, the script calls for an animatronic head effect. Someone's gotta find that. Total Recall. Now, Total Recall is a 1990s sci-fi action movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and directed by Paul Verhoeven, who seems to have a knack for making incredibly violent sci-fi action movies that have a deeper message under the cheesy action movie facade. And this movie is no different. It's based off of the short story We Can Remember It For You Wholesale, written by Philip K. Dick, and explores the idea of memories and specifically memory implants, and what can go wrong when you start messing with that concept. And in true Paul Verhoeven fashion, you can look at this movie two different ways. You can look at this as just a cheesy summer action flick, or you can look at it as a deeper, more intellectual thought piece akin to something like The Twilight Zone. But let's start on the surface before we dig deeper. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger is perfect in this movie. While he's in no way the best actor ever, he surprisingly plays the role of a secret agent that doesn't know he's a secret agent really well. Now remember, this is 1990, so Arnold Schwarzenegger was already a household name. People knew him from the Conan movies, Terminator, Predator, and even Commando had already started to make fun of the muscle-bound action hero premise. And this movie kinda does the same thing. It has all of your standard Arnold Schwarzenegger cheesiness. He's got the one-liners.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
Look who's talking. Consider that a divorce.
Oh, yeah!
See you at the party, Richter! You think this is the real Quaid? It is.
He's got the action scenes. And like I said, he's got several animatronic Arnold heads to help him in his performance. And it's not just Arnold that helps sell this cheesy action movie tone. You got Michael Ironside, Ronnie Cox, and Sharon Stone, who are all pretty much one-note characters, but they give such commitment to each of their one note and are so wonderfully over the top with it that it's fun to watch. And what makes the film even more fun to watch is all of the practical special effects in this movie. Now, this movie came out at the perfect time. Hollywood had just about mastered the use of practical makeup effects and animatronics for their movies, but they also just started dabbling in some CGI work. So in this movie, you get a mixture of both. There's some very early CGI work that they thankfully use sparingly, most notably with the X-ray security system, but pretty much everything else in the movie is done in camera. There's some really convincing makeup appliances on the mutants and puppetry work for Benny's arm that makes this bizarre world of mutants feel real. And let's not forget the most iconic chest appliance in the movie, Quado, the leader of the mutants. You thought I was gonna say something else, didn't you? But seriously though, the design and execution of Quado just growing out of this dude's stomach is super creative and a great reveal, because you see this dude multiple times in the movie and have no idea that he's Quado, and he's really not. Like, that dude's Quado, but that dude isn't. Semantics. But anyway, it's a great design and a great character. But now let's dig a little deeper and talk about why this movie has more in common with something like The Twilight Zone than with something like Commando. So like I said in the beginning, this is not an original script. It's based off of the We Can Remember It For You Wholesale story by Philip K. Dick. And if you're not familiar with the work of Philip K. Dick, I highly suggest checking him out. He has written some incredible short stories that have turned into some really good movies, Total Recall being one of them. In fact, two of my favorite TV shows on Prime Video, Man in the High Castle and Electric Dreams, are both based on Philip Dick stories. But in Total Recall, the premise is that there's this incredibly shady clinic called Recall where they can implant memories of your dream vacation, for a price, of course. And it seems like a pretty cool idea. You get to go on a vacation that you could never afford in real life, have the whole trip planned out in advance, everything goes smoothly, every detail of that memory feels real, and is complete with souvenirs and physical evidence of your trip, so you'll never know the difference. But things get weird when Douglas Quaid, Arnold Schwarzenegger, visits Total Recall and wants to go to Mars as a secret agent. Well, it turns out something in that procedure room goes wrong, and they've reopened a suppressed memory of him actually being on Mars as a secret agent. And this is where the movie and the story diverge, because the story is a lot shorter and deals with secret agent stuff and deals with multiple layers of repressed memories, where the movie takes the Mars and secret agent premise and runs with it. And this is where I personally like the movie more, and whether Paul Verhoeven knew it or not, the cheesy action facade over the majority of this movie helps make the movie more intriguing, because all the cheesy elements seem like something that would be implanted in a false memory. And because of this, the reality of the whole movie is called into question. How much of the movie is real versus an implant? The movie never really gives a clear answer. And while there are some clues along the way that help Quaid validate his mission on Mars as being reality, the movie doesn't actually tell you whether or not it is reality, or that's just another added detail of the implant combining with his subconscious, and after the movie wraps up he just wakes up in a recall chair, lobotomized. So yeah, this movie is a lot of fun to watch, and it's one of those rare cases where the over-the-top style of Paul Verhoeven combines with the narrative so well that it makes for a truly unique viewing experience. So thanks for watching my video. Be sure to click like and subscribe for more content, and click the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And comment below, what is your favorite guilty pleasure action movie? Now that could be a movie that doesn't have the best acting or directing, but is so much fun to watch that you just can't help but love it. So be sure to comment that below. And as always, I'm Colby, this was my nerdy talk, and I'll see you in the next video.